Hey, this is Mike. Thank you so much for choosing this video. I am in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, visiting Sparks Toyota, and I'm checking out a super special Toyota Sienna 2016 XLE. Now, what makes this special is it has the auto access seat. This vehicle is designed to have a passenger in the back seat, the second row, that needs assistance getting in and out of the vehicle. So it's really simple. To open up the door, you just use this key. You push and hold the appropriate side, which is the passenger side in this case, to get to the specific seat here. Here's the second remote control, where you actually use this to raise and lower the seat. So you can see it has Toyota Mobility. So right now the seat's in the inside the vehicle, so let's go ahead and lower it. So I'm going to push and hold this button. It's going to beep at me, letting me know that this seat is going to start turning. You notice that the back of the seat is reclining back a little bit. This helps with the head clearance and also the, keeping you safely in the seat. And it's going to, very smooth as glass, quietly move the seat out and down. And you also have a place to put your feet there in front of you. So now it's starting to lower. Okay, so now the seat is in the lowest position. So basically the person can sit in the seat, and of course you can move these armrests out of the way if you need to. But once they get in position and get all comfortable, they can put their feet there on the footrests, and they can either, of course somebody else can use the remote, or they can do it if they feel more comfortable doing that. And they can push the other button here on the remote, and it will put them in place. It lifts them right up. It reclines the seat back slightly, so they are not going to fall out of the seat, and their head is going to clear the top there. Of course, you want to, kind of keep an eye on everything anyway, just to be safe. And you notice how quiet it is and smooth. There's no, jerky motions or, it's very, very smooth and quiet. And it beeps at you, lets you know that it's complete. Now the vehicle will not go out of park when the seat is not fully in position. So you can have the engine running, you just can't have the seats, out of position, hanging out the side of the vehicle or anything to drive away. That would be fun, but hey, safety is safety. And there's a little place here on the side of the seat in which you can store the remote control there. Now you have these buttons too. Now just while it's in the vehicle, you can of course move the seat forward and back. You can recline it. So you have this part that reclines, go forward and back, you can get comfortable, and go forward and back here. So you have a four-way seat, power seat back here. That way they can get comfortable. They can also move this footrest out of the way and have plenty of leg room here. Let me go ahead and put it all the way back. They're right there. So you can see it simulates a regular seat in just about every way. It's a powered seat, which is really cool for a second row. You have plenty of leg room. It doesn't really sit up too much higher than the other seat, if at all. And it's just a high quality seat. Here in the front is identical to any other XLE models. You have the power seat, storage components here, and here, lockable glove compartment. You also have a DVD/Blu-ray player as well in the back. So sitting back here in the auto access seat, extremely comfortable. Hopefully you can see that even with me sitting in the seat in the upright position, I'm 6 feet tall, and you can see I still have pretty good amount of headroom here. Now of course I can recline the seat a little bit to help out if I'm a little bit taller, but still, there's a good 3 or 4 inches here above my head. You see my leg room is significant. Of course I can put my feet underneath quite a ways there in the front seat in case I need to do that, and just overall, plenty of leg room. Also back here you can see the cup holders are kind of out of reach. If I'm don't want to lean forward, or you know, having difficulty leaning forward, these cup holders can actually be extended out and using a lever under here, like so, or they can do it for me up there by using that. So now I can access this pretty easy. So sitting in the seat here, I can push this button and it will close the power door. You see there it goes slowly. I also have a power window down here, which I can roll down. It's an automatic, one touch down. Goes down to right there. That's the lowest position. And it's a one touch up as well. I also have the shade, which I can open and close to have some privacy and also keep the sun off of me. Now it does have the privacy glass, but you can see out very well even with the privacy glass there. And with the shade, just kind of helps out with that as well. So for entertainment, I have this large Blu-ray screen so we can watch videos, movies, whatever, and it's a super wide screen, so depending on what movie you have, it will, you know, fit itself in there. You also have some rear climate control where you can adjust the fan speed, the temperature, and where you want the air to blow, which is pretty cool. It has vents all the way around here in the back. Let's take a look here in the back. You can see how well the privacy glass works from this angle, keeping the sun and also people from looking in so much. You can see it has the parking sensors across the back, a backup camera, and a power lift gate. So let's go ahead and use the key to open up the lift gate, and that way you can see where you can, you know, maybe put a wheelchair or, you know, cargo or whatever here in the back. So it goes up right to there. Okay, so back here we have some wireless headphones, and there's your front tag holder there, storage compartment. Here on this side you have a power supply, an AC adapter, an AC inverter there, 2-prong, so you can plug in, you know, laptops, stuff like that. It's 100 watts, so it's a low drain device, but devices will go in there, and like hair dryers, stuff like that will not work. You have a little light is back here as well, and you have like a little hanger right here. You also have grocery bag hangers here on the back of the seats here, all the way across. This helps out with, you know, putting your groceries in here so they're not rolling around and stuff. Okay, so as far as these seats go, you have this third row in which you can put passengers in. Now, if you need some extra cargo space, now you notice it's a split right in here. It's a 60-40 split, and it will allow you to have a combination of cargo and passenger space. So let's go ahead and fold the seat down and show you how easy it is. First thing you need to remember is you fold the headrest down. Once that's down, it's a one-step process. You just take your hand, pull this, and you're not straining yourself doing this, by the way. You just barely kind of pull it forward, kind of towards you, and it kind of folds like that. I mean, I'm literally doing almost no effort. And then I just gently push it down, and there we go. We have a almost flat surface to put anything we want right here. Now we can do that with the 60% seat if we want to, but you can see we have a big place to put a, you know, like a collapsible wheelchair or something there. We can also have passengers back here as well. So you can see the passengers have like a little car compartment there, cup holders. Same thing on this side. Putting the seat back in position is just as simple. You just basically pull this handle, and it's assisted, so you just barely do it. You just barely, I could do it with one finger, you know, and it goes in place. So now it's there. I just take this and lift it up, and it will put the seat back in position. So to lower the lift gate, you just push this button, or you can use the key, and it will go down for you. Now, since this vehicle has the auto access seat, you will have to either walk between the seats here, which is pretty good for kids. They can run back there. But as far as getting to the third row, you would have to use this side of the vehicle. So it's very simple. This seat kind of collapses here in the forward position, and there's plenty of room to jump on back there. Let's take a look here in the cockpit. Really like this wood grain accents here with the soft of the touch just about everywhere your arm can go. You have the storage pockets there at the bottom, as well as a bottle holder. Automatic power windows all the way around, power door locks, and your side mirrors are controlled here. So right in here, you have the rear vent, which you can open and close. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what it looks like. We can open it up, and we can close it. So let me go ahead and open it up. As you can see, and this kind of gets the air flowing through the vehicle. It doesn't open up a large ways. It's not like you can reach in the vehicle or anything like that, but it does give the ability for air to kind of flow through as you're traveling on a nice day or whatever. Your traction control, you can turn that off if you need to spin tires. This is typically when you're stuck in the snow or mud and you need to spin tires in order to escape. You can turn that off there. Parking sensors, you can turn those off here, and your blind spot monitoring system, you can turn that on and off here. You have a little compartment here for change and things right there. You can also turn the power doors off. So in case you don't want kids messing around with the power doors, you can turn that off if you need to. Driver's seat is a powered seat. You can see it has the powered lumbar support as well as the adjustments for the reclining and forward and back position. It also goes up and down. It's kind of like a dentist chair. It goes all the way around so you can get that perfect spot. So let's go ahead and take a look here in the cockpit. To start the vehicle, you just have to have the key inside, and you push this button with your foot on the brake and it'll start up. If you push the button without your foot on the brake, it will turn on your radio and stuff. Okay, so let's go ahead and start here. The steering wheel. Now it is a tilt and a telescoping steering wheel. A little lever that locks it in places right there. So you have quite a few buttons here on the steering wheel. Here on the left side is your volume for your radio, tune through your presets. You have voice recognition, which is super handy, and then your mode is to change like AM, FM, satellite radio, that kind of thing. Once you pair your Bluetooth phone, you can answer calls and hang up on calls there. Here on the right, kind of hidden back in here, is your cruise control. You can push it on with this button, set it, change through your speeds, pull it in to cancel. Here on the right side is some buttons that correspond with this little screen in the middle, which we'll get to in just a minute. You have your windshield wiper controls are on the right here. On the left side is your turn signal, but also your controls for your headlights. Now you have a daytime running light, which you can turn off, which is good. You have an automatic parking light, and then turn your headlights on right there. Your fog lights are turned on and off right here. I like the automatic setting myself. Okay, so here's your gauges. Now it has a really neat dark blue, kind of a maybe a navy blue background there, which looks really nice. You have your RPMs, engine coolant temperature there. On the right you have your speedometer and your fuel gauge. But right here in the center is a little screen. You can see it shows the exterior temperature, 39 degrees, and you kind of have a distance to empty right there. Your odometer is at the very bottom, and it's showing your cruise control is on with that little green indicator. I'll go ahead and turn that off so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so right now you'll notice there's a little scroll bar there. It's on the right, plus some little tabs at the top, similar to what you'd see in a computer. So using these buttons here, you get to kind of scroll through and get some more information. So I'm just going to kind of quickly scroll through just to kind of give you an idea of, you have a blank screen as well in case you don't want anything there. You know, you can kind of see what's there. You can also scroll to the right and go to a different tab, and then you can see your navigation screen. This is where you would, your digital compass basically, what your radio is doing, which right now it's off, and any stored messages will show up right here. And you go into settings and go through all kinds of cool stuff in here. Alrighty. So just kind of give you a general idea of what other information you can see in the screen. You don't have to go in there and see everything all the time or look at it. It's just there in case you need to or want to. So over here is your center stack. You have a CD player here in the top center. Touch screen buttons here on the side, so they're not actually physical buttons, they're just soft touch buttons. So right now let's go ahead and push audio so we can see all the different sources of audio. We got AM, FM, satellite radio, CD player, USB, Bluetooth audio, auxiliary input, and the rear screen back there, so you can, you know, have the I think, if I'm not mistaken, you can actually see it on this screen as well when you're in park. I haven't tried that, but might come true. I don't know. So you can control the screen there in the back, and it looks like that's what it looks like. So you can adjust it. So if you have some kids in the back, you can get their movie or whatever started here before you get on the road. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so apps. This is where you can go into your navigation screen, and there's your map there. Let's go ahead and zoom out quite a ways. So we're at Sparks Toyota in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. So you can see the ocean there. We're out on 501. You got to stop by and check this place out. Let's go back to apps, and you have, of course, you can go into your audio screen. We can go into phone, set up a phone. Right now we don't have one set up, but once you set one up, you'll have access to your recent calls, your phone book, and all that good stuff. Stored messages will be there. Your eco information. This is really cool. It's like a drive computer, so you can kind of see, you know, what kind of gas mileage you're getting and how far you've driven, that kind of stuff. Alright, so your setup, tons of setup choices here. This is really cool. Driver easy speak. When you turn that on, let me go ahead and turn on high. It'll actually project your voice through a microphone to the people in the back. So that's pretty awesome. So the home button here is kind of a split screen. It gives you your navigation screen, your phone, and what your radio is doing. So right now the radio is not turned on. Let's go ahead and turn that on. I don't know if you can hear that, but I can actually hear my voice in the back now when I turn that on. So that's pretty interesting. Now when the radio's on, you'll have the little radio information right here as well. You have a traditional volume knob here and tune through the stations. So that's pretty traditional there. So here's your shifter. Let's go ahead and put it in reverse so we can see the backup camera, see what it looks like. So you can see it's a wide angle view. You can see from the bumper to the sky all the way around, so you don't accidentally hit something. It also has that red line, just letting you know that's the closest you want to come to anything behind you. You also have parking sensors, which are in effect. So when you're backing up, if you get close to something, it's going to beep at you. You can continue on to neutral. There's drive, and this is your normal drive position. It's going to cycle through all the gear ratios automatically. And now if you need to change gears manually, you just go over here into this sport mode, and you can see it'll show you on the screen what gear you're in. You kind of just bump it up and down, sort of like a ratchet shifter from the 70s or whatever. Your climate control is here. You have a dual zone. Actually, you have a tri-zone because you have the rear and the driver and the passenger there. You have the front and rear defrosters, fan speed. Down here you have your heated seats. Your USB and auxiliary inputs are here. Cup holders kind of pop out. That's pretty cool. There's your DVD screen. You can also play stuff off of an SD card, which is awesome. 12-volt power supply. You also have another power supply down there as well. Two of them. Nice big open space to put some stuff there. You also have some cup holders, and you can see I got my water in place. And so right here is kind of like a rubber mat, which you can quickly put things there. This opens up, and you have this huge storage bin, which you can, that's going to get cluttered. I'm just warning you right now. You got to make sure that you don't over clutter that. The rearview mirror is an auto dim rearview mirror, and you can turn that feature on and off here. You also have the HomeLink garage door openers right here on the bottom, and you have a compass. Your vehicle's facing northeast, and you can turn that on and off right here if you need to. You have a place to put your shades right here, but check this out. Conversation mirror, so you can keep an eye on the backseat drivers. Interior lights, you can turn those on, off, or you can have them turn on with the door. You can always open up each side door or the lift gate right here from the driver position as well. Also, if you need a quick reading light, it's done right there. And then this is how you control the power sunroof, which I'm not going to open because it's raining, but it does have the ability to tilt up, move back, get some air, and you can always close the shade to block out all the light. And the visors have mirrors and lights in them. This is also slides out as well, so you can slide this out and get it in the right position. That's awesome. Let's take a look at the visibility back here. It's looking pretty good. You can see directly out of the back. Of course, all the headrests are still in the way right now, but you can fold them down if you need to. But you can have plenty of glass back there to look out of. Plus you have the backup camera, the parking sensors, all that good stuff. really like to pass through. This is an amazing seat system here that Toyota has. Absolutely amazing. So anyways, thank you for watching, and thank you to Sparks Toyota for allowing me to show off an awesome vehicle, and I'll see you guys next time.